Adults become Christians not because they get everything figured out, but because something personal happens that shrinks their obstacles. It's why we get married. We don't need to get every question answered to get married.
Nope.
But if I ask you to cross the line of faith and choose Jesus today, you'd probably ask, what about and why would? What about the dinosaurs? What about evolution? Why would a loving God allow so much suffering? But those questions, they don't get you any closer to God.
Nope.
Maybe there's a better question you could ask to get to the heart of the matter, like, who is? If you've ever considered a relationship with Jesus Christ, the question, who is, it makes it personal. There's a powerful guy in the Bible named Saul. He then has become Paul. And he hated Christianity. He set out to imprison and even kill the followers of Christ. One day on his way to Damascus, with permission from the government leaders to imprison Christians, taking them back to Jerusalem, he meets Jesus head on. Acts chapter 9, verse 3. As he neared Damascus on his journey, suddenly a light from heaven flashed around him. He fell to the ground and heard a voice say to him, Saul, Saul, why do you persecute me? Saul was blinded right in front of his own posse. And all of a sudden, it's not a religion anymore or some confusing theology. It's a person saying to him specifically, why are you persecuting me? It's a me and not a movement. And it's in that moment, it becomes very personal to Saul. So Saul asked the most important question anyone could ever ask anywhere. Verse 5, who are you, Lord? Saul asked. See, that question can shrink every obstacle. I am Jesus, whom you are persecuting, he replied. This isn't supposed to be personal. It's just a religion thing. But Jesus says, nope, this is personal between you and me. Blind Saul gets up, goes to where Jesus tells him to go, and a man named Ananias is there, and he lays hands on him and prays for him. And then Saul could see again. And it's this colossal enemy of Christianity who becomes the biggest advocate of the faith, and he teaches and preaches all over, telling of his experience with a personal God. Isn't it cool that God chooses the most unlikely people to be his messengers? God doesn't choose the pretty, or the good, or the smart people, or the rich, or the poor people. He chooses whoever he wants. And it's usually the people that we least expect, like you, and certainly like me. You may be still wrestling with all sorts of questions and objections about Christianity. I get it. But what if you simply ask the question, who are you, Lord? And then let him speak. Because in a moment, in an instant, God can answer that question. It's happened to millions of people for thousands of years. It may be inexplicable, but it's also undeniable. That battle going on inside of you, it's not some ideology, it's a person. You may never fully understand the details, but that's how adults become Christians. Something happens and it becomes personal. And all those obstacles, they're all still there, they just shrink inside. Don't hide behind some smokescreen of questions and obstacles. Ask God, who are you, Lord? And see what happens, because it's personal and it's undeniable. Jesus is the Christ, the Son of the living God. Is there someone that you know who might need to hear this? Then share it with them. And find out more at Youchoose.community.